Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. All right, well, welcome. Today is Wednesday. What's the date? The 30th of December. What's the date? We have one more day. One more day of 2020. Wow. Good riddance. Right? But anyways, welcome. Today, I want to talk to you, seeing as it's the end of the year, I kind of want to talk to you about where should you get started? Where do you get started in voiceover? And I wanted to first start off just real quickly with telling you a little bit, just my story. It was crazy. April 2017, I literally was sitting on my couch. It was my birthday. April 4th is my birthday. And I was thinking to myself, man, I really wanted to get back into acting. I'd been out of it for a couple of years. I'd been teaching for a while, doing theater and doing voice acting, coaching, but I hadn't had a chance to actually do as much acting as I would wanted to. And I saw a random video on voice acting and audiobooks. And literally, I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. I could do that, as I saw the video and found out that there was a website called acx.com that I could get started on. And I was just over the moon excited because, I love listening to audiobooks and always wanted to do an audiobook. So I thought it would be the coolest thing ever. So in my haste, I ran to Best Buy. I bought a $40 microphone, a blue snowball mic. And I got, my mom had given me a $200 gift card to Lowe's, and I went ahead and bought a PVC pipe and packing blankets after I had saw a video of a man who was building this type of packing blanket booth in his attic for his music business or whatever. And I thought, I'll create my own hobo fort. And that's ended up what my family started calling my booth. And I built this thing and had a little saw and I cut it and to fit my desk. And, I borrowed a microphone stand from my school and I was off to the races. That's how I started in voiceover. And, I started with the idea that I was going to be an audiobook narrator. And I never thought I was going to do commercials. I never thought I would do anything like that. I just picked one website and I went all in that I could at that time on that website. It was a USB microphone, so I just had a microphone. At the time, I had a subscription already to Adobe CC because, I was a teacher and I already had subscription because I was using it for Photoshop and all kinds of different things. So I didn't even realize Audition was a thing at that point. And I got on to Audition and I learned that platform and, taught myself through videos and everything. And that's how I literally started. I started doing audiobooks. Then I found a place called Fiverr and different sites, and my business grew from there. But I started very specifically targeting one place, and I didn't pay attention to all of the stuff out there that was being said about what not to do. And I think that's a challenge that we run into. And starting for 2021 and going into this new year, there's always people, and they have good intentions, that try to tell you, don't do this, or you shouldn't accept this work, or don't be on that website because they're awful, or don't do that because it degrades the business. And they're trying to, I think, help. They really are. But one thing that I did, and I want to give this piece of advice to you, is that in the end, you are the only one that can answer to yourself, your family, the bill collectors, whether you're putting food on the table. I always used to say, the people that are trying to help, which is great, but if they're willing to pay me a paycheck every week, every month, I'd love to follow their advice. But I'm going to do the very best that I can to follow what I see as a path forward for me and my business. And, I started doing kind of the opposite a little bit of what people were saying. People were saying, don't waste your time on royalty share books. All right. People said, don't do short books. I did the exact opposite. I did royalty share books and I did short ones. They said, don't ever do summary books. I did summary books. I did everything that a lot of people were saying not to do. And now I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just telling you what I did. And I want you to know that, I followed that path and I am here today because of the path that I followed. In 2.5 years, I was able to go from nothing and never being able to do voiceover to being a full-time voice actor. And then as I grew my business, I started also helping people do this with their business as a voice acting coach. And that's helped me grow my voiceover business and my voice over coaching business as well. And it's been a dream come true. But a lot of this has been revolved around things that people told me not to do. Another perfect example is Fiverr. I dove into Fiverr and I made a decision early on because, Fiverr, at this point in time, Fiverr is a beast and no site, no website, no one can compete with Fiverr. It is what it is. When it comes to marketing and traffic, and they are a monster. They have set the precedent. But at the time, even 4 years ago, they were even more so not popular. And, it was a big thing to, start to get on Fiverr, but not tell everybody or not talk about it. And, and it's kind of a quiet thing. And I made a decision early on that I was going to go all in on Fiverr. I was going to go all in. I would talk about it. I would not shy away from it. It was a decision. And another big reason why I'm here today is because I did that. I didn't listen to what other people were saying, and I followed what I thought was a good decision. And it has helped me in leaps and bounds grow my business in so many different ways. And I'm bringing these things up to you because it's your business. 2021 is your year. This is your opportunity to go for it, to grow your business. Start at one place. Start with one website. Start with one marketing method. All right? Stick to it. Go all in. It's not a bad thing to listen to advice and to get advice and to seek out coaches, and those things are important. But in the end, it is advice. You have to decide how you're going to use that advice and if it's the right advice for you and your business. See, when I first started, I wanted to create a business that had residual income, money that came in monthly, because I thought, I love the idea of doing voiceovers, getting paid. It's really great up front, and then it being over quickly. But just like theater, because I lived my life in theater, there's no security because you never know when the next job is coming. And how do you plan for that? So in my mind, I wanted residual income so that I could have multiple streams of income and I could plan for it. And royalty share books made a lot of sense to me because it was the only thing at the time that I could find that actually paid me residuals that I could be a part of. Do you know what I mean? As a new beginner. So that was a big reason why I went down that road. Fiverr was another place I decided to go in on because it was an opportunity for me to offer different types of voiceover styles that I didn't know where else I could go. I had submitted, interestingly enough, and I actually really want to thank all of the, a lot of the people in California, a lot of studios and stuff who actually originally told me that they wouldn't work with me because I wasn't ready yet. I want to thank them because I think if they had told me that they would work with me, I probably would have had a completely different career. I wouldn't have had to discover these things on my own. I wouldn't have had to build my own business and represent myself and learn all the ins and outs. I'm actually very thankful I submitted things in the beginning, just like everybody. We think we hear all these things, and I submitted my samples to studios, and they told me I wasn't ready. I needed coaching, and I needed to come back when I was ready, and that was just what it was. And I'm so happy they did, because my equipment, my style, I wasn't ready. But the greatest thing is it forced me to realize that I didn't need anyone else. Now, that doesn't mean, again, and if you've watched this channel, I'm not against representation. I'm not against agents or agencies. I think it's wonderful. And if that's the direction you're going, by all means, go for it. I just know that for me personally, it ended up being great because I learned how I could do it all myself. I could represent myself, and probably better than most people, because I was solely representing me. I wasn't representing a whole group of other people. So anyways, the point is that, it's interesting looking back on my journey and then helping people start on their journey, right? And kind of skipping all of the, the swamps and the puddles and the dirt and the muck and all the mud and everything that I stepped in to start, as I talk about at the beginning of all of my videos and podcasts and stuff, because it created the business and the confidence I have today. So wrapping all this up for you, and the reason why I told you this history lesson today and helping you get started, and the whole point of this is, where do you get started? Pick a place based off of something that you want. Do you want to have residual income? Or do you want to, wake up in the morning, have 10 or 15 voiceovers, do your voiceovers, be done for the day, enjoy the rest of the day with your family, have weekends off? Absolutely. Build your business the way you want to build it, and seek out information based on what you want. Don't listen to people telling you not to do stuff, or don't do this, or don't do that. Okay? Do what you feel is right for your business. Always be wary of people telling you what you can't do, because it's easy to tell someone what they can't do or they shouldn't do something when there's no skin in the game for them. Meaning, like, it doesn't affect them whether you do it or not. Okay? And I'm not downplaying anybody. I have the utmost respect for everybody and their opinions, because I want to have my opinion, and I think it's only fair that other people have their opinion. But in the end, again, unless someone is going to send you a check every month for you and your family, you are the only person that you have to answer to. So you have to make the best decision. And for me, I made decisions throughout the course of my business, and I do to this day, based on what I want, not based on what other people tell me I should want. Does that make sense? All right. I don't know, this kind of went into philosophy, but also moving into 2021, I hope that at least gives you an idea of, listen, pick something. Go all in, because I promise you this, you'll never know how far you can go with something unless you dive all the way in. You never know you can swim unless you jump in without a life preserver. All right? Is it dangerous? Sure. But at the same time, it's the only way to learn. All right? You got to go for it. And the positive thing is this, and I can tell you this from absolute experience. You won't ruin your business if you screw up. Trust me, I've screwed up a lot. You can come back. You can be better the next time. Trust me. But whatever you do, make sure you go for it in 2021 based on what you want. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate always all of your subscribing and watching and participating and being a part of a VO's journey. It means the world to me. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful New Year. I'm going to come and do a video tomorrow, so that'll be New Year's Eve. But if you don't see me between then and 2021, Happy New Year, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.